Hello. Okay, so for this project, we will be needing obviously a hook, a scissor, um, two colors of yarns if you would like to have two colors. One color is fine as well. So we will try to make the same way as this one. So for this project, for the red and white stripe, I use a monaco cotton yarn. For this one, I used an indophil. So to start with, I'm gonna crochet a foundation chain. So for this, you can do however the size that you would like, as long as it's multiple of three. Then you do a slip stitch on the end, on the very first row or the very first stitch that you did, just like that. And then chain 3. What you're gonna do next, start with like this, half double crochet cluster. So I think we're gonna do it as like half double crochet together, and then skip 2 stitches, and then do the cluster on the third stitch. So half double crochet together, chain 1, and then 2 half double crochet together in the same stitch, something like that. So skip 2 chains again, and then you will do the same all throughout the row until you meet on the beginning again.
So are you going to tell me who she is, or am I going to have to pry it out of you? Hey, welcome back. Thanks. Let's go. Nora Young, 46, female, status post-Nissen fundification, complicated by an esophageal perforation, post-primary repair with ongoing leak and infection. Rooster, look at you, all grown up. Hey, Nora. Is she talking to you? Afraid so. Oh, and, sorry, Dr. Hunt. That's... Oh, here it is.
Okay, now we're on the last shawl towards the end. So we're gonna just do the normal shell. We're progressing with the name as we go into this one. So that's 2 double crochet together, and we call it shell or V stitch shell, whatever. And then just join them there on the first chain or stitch, and then slip stitch into the first chain. So since mag-change tayo ng color here, so watch it. This is how I change color or add the chain without cutting the first yarn on the first row. So ganyan lang siya. Slip stitch, ilalagay ko doon. Then chain 3 in total. I just have to drag down the pink color or the first yarn, whichever yarn color you're using, and then continue with the normal stitches. So double crochet, chain 1 and 2 half double crochet together, and you have to do that in the chain all through the whole row. Ganyan. And then I'm gonna meet you at the beginning again. So just do the normal thing all through the row.
Does it really matter what happened? You seem happy.
That doesn't mean I don't want answers. I mean, I told Dave this was the most significant relationship in my entire life.
I have no idea why it ended. I mean, wouldn't you want to know? You don't have any pictures of me because you deleted them all. I came home one night and you were crying on the floor. You had found out that I had cheated on you. Hey, we, we can cram a lot into a few months. What do you want to do?
Okay, so here, so I'm gonna show you how I drag the pink color or change color again without cutting the yarn.
Go to space camp.
So slip stitch and just drag the new color, just like that. Pull it there so that it's not gonna be so loose. Then chain 3 and do the double crochet together. Chain 1 and 2 double crochet together, just like that. It's gonna be the same the whole body of the shirt that we are making, and you can do as much rows you would like. If you want it full length, then you can do full length. You can measure it under your bust. I'm probably gonna make a video on how to like maybe measure it or fit to measure or make to measure, however it's called, um, so that we can easily just change the color and you can just do it all together properly. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm not sure whatever I added on this video, but you're gonna be doing this for the whole rows that you would like on the body. Okay, so here's another one. How I'm gonna show you how I change color, just like that. Chain 3. You got it? You can slow motion or let me know. I'm gonna make a tutorial, different tutorial on how I change color. But that's how I do it, just to make sure that I don't really have to cut and weave in later on. I do that to change color, and I make sure that it hides so that it doesn't really show in front for the changing of colors.
Firefighting anesthesiologist, yes? Yes. I know I'm a couple minutes early for my interview. Yeah, you're 4 hours early, and I have 2 lap colies. So I know that you're Dr. Bailey's husband, but I know I cannot shuffle my schedule around for you. I say no, to nepo, right? So 1 o'clock, coffee cart, yeah? Okay. See you then.
Here, I finished the length that I needed, or that I want to. So what I did is I just cut the yarn already because I will be going on to the next panel or second cluster of the shirt. So you can see I'm on that part already. And then what I did is I just mark, you can count whichever shells that you would like to put. So this is what I did. Just count it like that. I just eyeball it and then put a marker on each side. Just like that. I can't believe I did it so slow that I get so bored just watching this and doing a voiceover. I'm so sorry, but this is the real time. I'm probably faster if I do it just by myself. Yeah, so that's the half, and I flip it like that because I'm gonna divide it into 4. And then I'm just counting it to make sure that it's actually even, and then I just put another marker on the other side, just like that. Let me know if you have questions. I'm probably gonna make another one which is shorter and more detailed. But please bear with me. This is my first ever tutorial. Um, we can learn all together. So what we're doing now is this part. So we're gonna skip one shell or two shells in total for the collar or for that V's. I don't even know what that's called, but what we do, we're starting here, chain three, and then we're gonna do the normal shells or two double crochets together in one stitch. So you're gonna do that all around, and yeah, just watch this video. I'm gonna make another detailed one. um yeah. Okay, and then make sure that you are gonna do that all the rows and then stop and skip the first or two shells in the middle. So this is how I end it. Then you have to make double crochet on that chain and then chain. This is how I change color. I'm gonna show you something later so that you don't have to cut. On this part I still cut it, but I learned something on the way while I was filming this, so that you don't have to cut that. So you can skip this part maybe, or you can just fast forward for later on. But anyway, this is how you would do it if you want it normally. And then this is how you just keep doing. You just have to do this all through the length that you would want to. You can count how many rows you would like for here. I think I made 8, or I added 4 more rows before I started doing the panel, where I can start with the armhole. Yeah, as I'm voice overing for this one, I am noting some feedback for myself to make a better tutorial for later. So I'm probably gonna make a different one, a shorter version or more detailed for this. Let me know. And let me know if you have questions so that I can just add it on the video that I will be maybe making again. Um so yeah, this is how I did. I just did the same thing just with different color. And then do the same thing all over again. Mm. Okay, let's try to finish this now. So I did this other panel already. Let me just quickly explain. So the base here, let's call it the first panel, like all around, and then the 4 rows on here is the second panel, and the back I already did is the third panel, and this is the fourth panel. Dito lang sa sleeve niya. And then I'm gonna show you how I did this para matapos natin and how I connected it here. Alright, so let me actually show you how I did this and how I learned something that you don't have to like weave it here like this. I learned it all the way. So let's try doing that. So that it's just gonna be clean like this and you don't need to weave in. So we're gonna do the panel. Everything that I'm gonna do here, it's all the same. This panel and that panel. You just have to watch out for when you're gonna start and when are you gonna end your row again. So if you notice here, this one is deeper because we did that all around there. So let's start here. Obviously, I'm gonna do that. Don't have to worry that can weave that in later. And then chain 3 here. I like to do this. 1, 2, 3. Then we'll just do the usual stitch that we're doing, like that. I like to really gather that here. Yan, para hindi na tayo mag-weave later. Then, just the usual. Stitch. So I'm gonna meet you towards the end. Do that all the way here. I'm gonna meet you when I reach this. I'm gonna show you how it is like. Alright, so we're on our last group. I'm gonna call this group. We'll just do it normally, like that. And then we're gonna do it here, just double crochet like that. Normally it's normal because we're gonna do the change later. I'm gonna put a stitch marker right into this para so it won't unravel. And then I'm gonna grab another yarn and it starts again where I started earlier. So we're gonna do the same thing, just the same thing. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do the normal stitches like together, V stitch, like half double V stitch all the way here. And I'm gonna meet you when I reach here, because then I will show you how I will change color without the need to cut the yarn. Okay, so we're on the last stitch again. So we're gonna do the normal thing, and then on the last double crochet, here's what we're gonna do. Double crochet, but then remove that, double crochet, but then insert the hook into this. Okay, see that? And then insert the hook again under, so you will have this now. Over, you did your double crochet. I usually just do this too, just to carry the pink above. And then I'm gonna change. I'm gonna grab this. I'm gonna grab the pink one now, whichever color that you're using. And then grab it. Then insert the hook again under. Chain 1. And then make another chain. And then turn your work. And then do the normal stitches towards the end here. Do that all the way there. Then I'm going to show you how to mark that again, but basically you just have to put the stitch marker again towards the end. And this is what it looks like when you have joined them already, or you finish the panels. Now what we're going to do next is to make sure that we do the collar. I just connected that. And I just make sure that it is even. So I counted 8 shells or rows, and then just do double crochets on each row, two double crochets actually. Sure, just make sure that you're gonna do it evenly so that the color would be even as well. Just like that. Just make sure that I drag the tail as well so that I don't have to weave that later on. So double crochet, three double crochets actually in one row. Do that all around until the stitch marker for the color. Okay, so we're on the end of
Then, so
this.
I'm there towards
I'm
the
gonna
end, and
do
you
my
make sure that
last
I
double
have
crochet,
three. And
and
before I turn
then
around, instead
instead
of
of
doing the
chaining one
normal
and
chain
turn,
three as
I'm
double
gonna do
crochet,
is turn your work,
I
and then we're gonna do stack
turn my work
single crochet to
and
make sure that we
then
have straight
chain
edge.
one
So
on that
from this, insert your hook in
stitch.
there
So what
for the
we're doing
face,
here is
make a
stack
chain one,
double
and
crochet,
then
which means chain one,
chain
and then you
another
insert
chain
your
one
hook
there.
in there,
So that's
and
like
then
our
chain one, so that
double crochet
counts as
already,
a double crochet.
and then
And then
insert your next double crochet
do
here.
double crochet normal on the next stitches
So we're gonna do
all
double crochet
around the
all the
row. So you'll have
way
to do that around
to the edge
8 or
here
10
and
rows
do the
for you to have
same
colors. It depends on
here, a stack double crochet,
how big is the
and we
color
will
that you would
repeat
like,
that
but you can do
until we
that
have
all around.
6 more rows. Okay, I'm gonna show you at the end later.